Hi, in this video I'll present the question 1 of Java Programming's final exam. So let's look at the needs of first question. As shown in figure 1, your Java program should use Java RMI and JDBC to do the following things. And with the Java RMI is remote method invocation is a Java API that performs remote method invocation, and the JDBC is also an API of Java. It can convert requests from the Java programs to a protocol that the database management system can understand. So let's look the RMI architecture diagram. This is our RMI architecture diagram. The RMI client and RMI server use the remote object RMI implement and RMI implement stop to communication. Use the registry in here. And let's go back to the question. And our server should create a database schema called CCU best. So I already created a database schema called CCU best and go to next. And second one is create tables called employees, works in, and department. And also I already created the department and employees and working tables. And let's look at the details of the three tables. The employees contains the SSN and name and lot, and primary key is SSN, the same as the figure 1 in here. And next we look the department table. In this table, it contains the ID column, the name column, and budget column, same as department. Department have the ID, the name, and budget, and primary key is the ID. And the third one is relation table of employees table and department table. And let's look at work in. In work in also have SSN DID. This is the primary key of the department table and employee table, and the things column. Yes, things column. And in this table, we cascade the SSN column and the SSM column in employees together on delete and update, so as the DID in working table and department table. So if we insert the data department employee called SSN name lot, it also cascade with the work in tables things, so it cascade. Okay. So we go to the third one. Create a remote object and export a remote object and find the remote object created to the registry. we call in server RMI server. We initiate the RMI implement in here and bind the remote object created to the registry. This RMI implement is the remote object, and RMI body is the registry. So we look at the registry of the RMI. In this registry called RMI body, it contains the two communication, query and delete data and insert data. And the remote object contain a lot of methods, include communicate method, insert data method, and delete data method, and query data method. Okay. And the first one is based on the client request to insert, delete, query the data. This function can be implemented in RMI implement. So you can call any of these methods to do the thing you want to do. So let's move on to the client. The client point one is implement a client program which is able to insert, delete, query the data from the user. So we look at the code of RMI client. In here, we get the ID number and the IP number and the name you want to put in, and you can put the 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 to insert, delete, query, and leave the program. So you can do the insert things or delete things or query things or just leave the application. So let's demo this question 1. First, we open the CMD. 3 CMD. Oh, the step 1, I want to generate the generate the Java RMI stop this to implement the RMI architecture of this figure. So we set the path in here. Hey, yes. Set path equal to the JDK location. Okay. And step 2, I want to generate the Java RMI stop. 还没 RMIC final send RMI in. Okay, so you can see here is have the RMI stop. So we success to generate the Java RMI stop. So the step 2, I want to run the registry RMI registry. Okay, you can see here is RMI registry, so we can move on to run the server of the RMI. Java final exam.rmi server. Oh, you can see RMI demo object bound to the name RMI body, the registry, and is ready to use. So we can run the RMI client. Java final exam RMI client. Oh, I forget to insert the server IP and the net. So localhost and Tiffany. Welcome to CCU-based database. And I want to insert the data in the database. So we put in 1 and input my SSN number and the name and lot department ID. Oh, I forget the department ID. I already put the information in here, so we can just I want to insert the engineers department, so I put in a DID 13th floor. Oh, the insert is complete, so I can query the data. Oh, input yes, this is the information I just put into the database. The SSN, the name, and the dot, and the work-in information, the ID, SSN, and things. I move on to the MySQL database to see department employee. You can see the information I just put in, and the work-in table also have this. The next, I want to delete the information I just put in, so I type 2 to delete. Yes, delete complete. So I query again. Only is the empty. Just refresh the database and see whether it is exit. Employee is empty and work-in also is empty. So we can leave the client. Bye bye. And we finish the question 1 of the final exam.